Hello YouTube, this is my video response to Huples cat, a lovely friend of mine. Well, I'd like to say friend, but I'll wait till he says friend back. But, if anybody's wondering, it's Ryan Ginger again tonight. But this is about my favorite knife. Now, what the heck is sticky? Oh, this is the beauty of having children. Sticky surfaces everywhere. We're going to talk about my favorite knife. Now, I'm a lot like Huples. I'm going to be honest with you. My favorite knife, I'm a big proponent of your favorite knife is the one you have on you all the time. And this one is on me 95% of the time of my life. I go to church with this thing. I mean, granted, I go to church with a bunch of other conservative farmers, but still, it's just I couldn't even tell you what company it is. I got it when I bought up an entire estate. I actually got a couple of these exact same knives, and this is the only one surviving. But the knife, my favorite knife, is what I have on me all the time. But when you want to talk about beauty and excellence, I have a kukri that's not here right now. It's actually with the big Indian, and I'm going to get it back from one day, but it was really hard for me to talk about my favorite knife because I am a knife guy. My wife teased me once saying, you don't sharpen knives, you just buy more. She's kind of right. But as to what I use every day, it's dirty as can be. I was opening up dirt bags, look up my garden videos, right? Nope, still don't know how to do that. But oh, another beautiful thing of having children, they bring home everything short of a bola here. But one of my other knives that I love taking with me anywhere I go bush-wise is this cute little buck. Again, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm a huge fan of the bellied Skinner blades. They just always seem to work in my hand quite well, guys. I don't know. Maybe I was made to be a Skinner in a previous life. But this knife I've kept pristine. I would say it's a virgin, except for I'm a stupid knife guy and I was playing with it. It has tasted flesh, unfortunately. It was my own. But for the most part, that blade touches nothing. Now, if you're dealing with a one-tool option, I know some people might have a problem with this, but this is a Pathfinder knife. Let's see if I can see. Oh, there's the stamp in it. And I oil this knife. This knife is just, to me, it's a work of art. I did order it online, hoping it was going to fit this well, and it fits beautifully in my hand. And that's my left hand, which is my wrong hand, but I mean, it does fit beautifully. It's a Pathfinder knife. I don't know exactly which style it is, but again, those bellied Skinners, which I am a huge fan of. Even when it's not a skinning project, I use this style of knife. This one is a full carbon with a 90-degree spine. Beautiful, lovely knife. I know some people might have a problem with Dave Canterbury, but same with Canadian Prepper. You might have a problem with them personally, but I'm going to tell you right now, they have a really good product, regardless of your personal thoughts. Now, you want to know a really funny one? Just like Huples, this is one of my earlier purchases. When I got, I've kind of always been a survivalist, but when I went, oh, this is kind of hip and cool, this is one of the ones I bought. And I mostly bought it, actually, because it comes with a little ferro rod in it. I laced the heck out of it with paracord. But in all honesty, for general purpose around the camp kind of stuff, I was pretty impressed with this knife. This is Bear Grylls knife. But I will say, for the most part, a lot of his products are kind of crap. It's not full tang. It will shatter off. It does not take abuse. But if you're going out for the weekend, hey, it'll cut a steak. Just, I wanted to let people see some of the evolution of some of my knives. I mean, I've got knives from when I was 7 years old, and one day maybe I can show you the whole list, but that might be a half-hour video. This over here is actually a fishing vest that I kind of repurposed, and it kind of became my bush vest. What I strapped into it is quite literally one of the cheapest knives I've ever bought, and it happened to come with a ferro rod as well. I rewrapped some of the paracord on it. But what I really appreciate about knives is you need to have at least one knife that you literally do not give a crap about. This knife is not super comfortable, and it doesn't hold us out. Maybe it does hold a super great edge. It's a skeleton blade. I relaced it with some more paracord on it. But this is just a cheap knife. It was under, I'm going to say under $25, and that's Canadian, so that's like what, $3 or $4 American. But again, if you look, it has that bellied body to it. And the beauty with the Skinners, guys, is you can use them to baton, you can use them for everything else, but they work good with your hands sliding through. But again, you got to be able to keep an edge on it. This one does keep a decent edge when you work on it. When you abuse it, it folds pretty quick. It folds a lot quicker than like the Pathfinder edge or even the Buck edge. Problem with the Buck edge is that is a grade of stainless steel. But I would have a really hard time deciding my favorite knife. I will say it's my everyday pocket knife carry, but this knife, for as cheap and simple as it is, for the same reason, you don't ever want to damage up your skinning blades that you're going to use for doing stuff in the bush where you're going to be cutting down animals. You never want to use that blade for your... So I would have to say my favorite knife is the cheap one, 90% of the time. You know, I hope this helps. And what I really hope it helps with is anybody who's really starting into homesteading or prepping, look into just what you use and abuse stuff. I mean, if you want to talk about my favorite knife on the homestead, it's one of those plastic Olfa knives that you can snap the blades off of. The cheap, basically heavy-duty X-Acto knives. That's what you end up using a lot of, because you never have to sharpen it, and it's just beautiful in that regard. But when you're talking with, on the prepping scale of things, I would have to say it'd be these two knives here. Again, Huples, thanks for the tag. I don't know exactly how the tag things work, so I would just like to tag any of my subscribers watching this. I would love for you to fire out your favorite knives. Feel free. Sapper, you're one of my newer subscriptions. I'd really like to see some of your favorite knives. And Nana's, I'm horrible for memory, but Nana's Gardening. Just because you'd be a lot different of a view on things, I would love to see your review on knives, because you're more kitchen stuff. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're a new member to the channel. I'm going to be giving out some steel work once I get to 100 subscribers. Hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye.